This is my time, this is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game, it's about time. This is my time, this is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game, it's about time. This is my time, this is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game, it's about time. This is my time, this is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game, it's about time. This is my time, this is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game, it's about time. This is my time, this is my time. The only thing I
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Please hit that like button on your way in the building. Just a quick thought today. Number one factor the Miami Dolphins need to rely on this season to have a successful season. Of course, we're going to talk about that and more here on TD Fans Talk. But again, make sure you punch that like button on your way in the building. Let your friends and family members know about the channel as well. And again, thank you for always showing love and support to this channel on a consistent basis. Most of you, I'm just grateful for that. Before we get started, let's hear from our sponsor. And that concludes our show for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Tomorrow morning, I will be getting up extra early to do this stream. Thank you again. I will see you all soon. Peace. I am out. Good night, baby. Let me. Man, can you turn your light off? I guess it's hard for me to sleep like this.
I'm almost over this chapter. I got about 30 more minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
I can't sleep. Oh, all right.
A few moments later.
Babe, I mean, it's been 10 minutes. Can you please shut it off? I got to wake up early in the morning.
I have about 20 more minutes on this chapter. This is my only time to read.
I understand, but I have to get up early in the morning. Can you just read in the morning? I mean, I have a lot I have to do tomorrow.
Tony, didn't you just get a sleep mask?
You know what? You right.
Use it.
Man to sleep, baby.
nice. You put that thing on.
It's actually comfortable. Pitch black. I don't have to worry about your light. I'll be able to sleep just fine.
Well, enjoy it. Looks good on you.
This actually feels good. Oh, good night, baby.
Good night, love you.
Love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, check out Manta Sleep. The link to the website is in the description of this video. Make sure that you use promo code TDPHINSTALK. That is TDPHINSTALK. Again, make sure you check them out. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. If you can't sleep when it's bright, these masks will turn out the light. Manta Sleep. Check them out. Check them out, ladies and gentlemen. Link in the description of the video and pinned to the comment section. Again, punch that like button on your way in the building. Thank y'all for tuning in this morning. But I wanted to ask you all before we got started, okay? What do you think the number one factor the Miami Dolphins will need to rely on this season? Okay. Now, when I ask that, before you answer it, I want you to think realistically. Think realistically and understand that things are going to happen. Take into consideration, even if some of the things that we don't want to happen happens just because of odds, what is the number one factor that the Miami Dolphins need to rely on this season? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, then I'll share with you mine. Floria's got the same color, TD. Good morning to y'all. What's up, Pure Fins? I use whiskey. It turns the lights out too. Number one factor is how fast can Tua get hurt so we can replace him. Wow, boy, y'all be going in. Tua, availability, it's happening. Less injuries. All right, so I'm not even gonna, waste y'all time. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all what I believe the number one factor the Miami Dolphins need to rely on this season. It's our defense. The number one factor that we need to rely on this year is our defense. It's that simple. We can't rely on injuries because they happen. We're talking about the things you can control. Everybody has injuries, ladies and gentlemen. You are fooling yourself thinking that the Miami Dolphins are going to stay healthy. I just don't know who, but there will be people that get hurt. Good players, bad players. There's going to be injuries. There are just going to be injuries. So the number one factor is going to be defense. We're going to have to play defense at a very high level to have a successful season this year. I truly do believe that our offense is not going to be as impactful as they were last year when everyone was healthy. I think that we're going to have some games where we have some major struggles. And it's just the reality. We got to guess the appearance, y'all. Yeah. You say hi? Yeah. We got a guest appearance, little mama girl. You just woke up? You just woke up? You just woke up? Yeah, I see you. You got that drool. You got that drool on your mouth. Say hi. Say hi to everyone. Yeah, mama girl, she just woke up, y'all. Mommy taking care of you. She getting your stuff in my coffee. But yes, the number one factor we're going to need to rely on is defense. We're going to need to play at a very high level on that side of the ball. I don't think that our offense is going to be as impactful as everyone wants it to be or as impactful as it was last year when we played our best football. People need to understand that. I understand the notion of, we're more familiar with it a second year in this offense, but that's the same thing that goes for a defense. And what a lot of people also need to understand is I don't see a second year in the offense as an increase because, shockingly enough, we ran the offense at a high level to begin with. You know how you have your struggles out the gate and it's supposed to get better? When you think about it, we came out the gate hitting on all cylinders with the offense. It wasn't until late in the season where it started to slow down. This is why we are going to need to rely on defense while McDaniels figures out how he can create and put more schemes and more plays in place that works for Tua and this offense. For some reason, everybody thinks that we're just the same offense and we're just going to be ripping and rolling. People forget, even teams like the Kansas City Chiefs, right? They've had their struggles on offense because teams have figured it out. Think about Patrick Mahomes. The last 2 seasons coming out of the gate, Patrick Mahomes has struggled because teams have figured out what they've tried to do, but Andy Reid, being a great offensive coordinator, has always made the proper adjustments and game plan to where midway and at the end of the season, they're running on all cylinders regardless of the scheme. Mommy wants you back. I think she want to come back to me. But and that's why I think that it's going to be very important for our defense to hold us down until we figure out that aspect of the game. Also, Xavien Howard, I don't know if you saw his interview yesterday. Told y'all, I ain't got no need to hate on nobody. X told you himself in the press conference yesterday. He don't even like the fact that he made the Pro Bowl. I told y'all I don't know how in the heck Xavien Howard made the Pro Bowl. He did not play good. He told y'all out his own mouth he don't even like the fact that he made the Pro Bowl because he don't think he was deserving of it, which he wasn't. And he said, I don't want to get in the Pro Bowl that way because he know he got in from a popularity standpoint. He got in from a popularity standpoint. And he said what is bothering him is people starting to call him washed, and it's motivating him to prove them wrong. And I hope so. And he also said it was tough for him playing through his groin injury. The only issue I have, and I'm going to be honest, I can give him credit for that. You know, the groin really probably hurt him last year. But here's the issue that I have with Xavien Howard. The groin hurts you, okay, but every year something's hurting. Every year he's been having injuries. This isn't nothing new. Every year there's something with Xavien Howard from an injury standpoint. And what did they say at the beginning of last year? This is the best shape in health Xavien Howard has ever been in. This is the best shape, best health that Xavien Howard has ever been in. But most of the season, we're battling groin injuries. Come on, man. I see some of y'all putting some jokes in the comment section. I ain't gonna go there about his health. But yeah, that's my biggest concern is the number one factor for the Miami Dolphins needs to rely on, that we need to rely on this season, is our defense. It got to lead the way. It got to lead the way. That leads me also to talk about the elephant in the room. This Christian Wilkins thing, man, I ain't gonna lie, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. Let me know in the comment section, do you think they'll re-sign Christian Wilkins? Yes or no? Do you think they will re-sign Christian Wilkins? Because we're talking about on the defensive side of the ball. Do you think they'll re-sign Christian Wilkins on a long-term extension? I'm shocked. I'm already getting a lot of no's. Wow. He gone, TD. Y'all, that's what y'all got out of that press conference yesterday? They trying, huh? They trying, huh? Yes, hopefully. Trade for sure. I have to be honest with y'all. I don't know. I actually don't know. This is one of the few cases where I don't know. When you look at the contracts on this team, we've given out too many big contracts. I mean, y'all got to think about it. We've given out a lot of big contracts, and a lot of people need them. Hunt's going to need his bag. Connor Williams going to need his bag. Armstead getting his bag. Tua, they picked up the 5th year, which is a medium bag for quarterbacks, but it's a bag. Tyreek got his bag. Waddle about to need his bag. See where I'm going with this? Mike White actually got a bag as a backup. For a backup quarterback, overpay. Too many people getting bags. Zyler want his bag. Christian want his bag. Phillips gonna need his. Ogbar got his. Chubb got his. Holland gonna need his. Jones gonna need his. Ramsey and X got theirs. Jerome got his. There have been too many bags given out. And we not talking about middle of the road money. You see the linebacker we brought in? That's how much you're supposed to be paying for players. You know, the right contracts. But everybody I just named either got their bag and is more than they probably should have, or they're about to get their bag. And I know there's a philosophy out here they should, like I see, right? Yeah, they should, but not all by the Miami Dolphins because you can't afford it. You can't afford to give everybody their bag. If you could afford to give everybody their bag, any team will just buy an all-star team. There'll be collusion of, hey, we're all going to go here and be the highest paid. We'd pay Aaron Darnold $50 million, give Christian 30, give Tyree. You can't. So, yeah, they should, but not all by one team. Do we realize even the contracts we've given, technically we've overpaid on almost every single one of them? Look at how much money you're giving Teron Armstead to play 11 games a season at his age. Look at the money you're giving Tyreek Hill. Once again, I know that's a debate. Oh, he ain't overpaid. I'm sorry. He set the market. Therefore, the Super Bowl winning champs were willing to re-sign him, but at a number that was like $10 million a year less. And of course, he said out of his own mouth, Miami wanted to pay me. I couldn't turn that down. If Miami wouldn't have offered that, Miami could have offered 27 and probably would have gotten him. Because that would have still been the highest offer probably. That's all we do. But I understand because you've been losing so long, you have to. But at some point, you come to a fork in the road where you can't afford everybody. Because if they could afford everybody, Christian Wilkins would already be signed. I want 20. All right. No, but it don't work that way. That's why there's negotiations. Yeah, Tyreek Hill would have went to Cleveland if they would have offered more. He said, I wanted to come to y'all. Y'all ain't want to pay me. Nobody wanted to pay him no $30 million a year. You can't pay everybody. And what a lot of people don't realize, this is what they say to me, right? They say things like this. Well, when X is gone, Teron Armstead is gone, and Tyreek is gone, we get that money back on the books to pay Waddle, Phillips, and whoever, right? Yeah, you get that money to pay the younger guys, but you ain't got the draft capital to replace the young guys. See, these young guys supposed to step in the role of the older guys, and then you go draft more young guys, but you ain't even got the draft capital over the next 3 years to do that again. Think about it 3 years from now, right? I want y'all to think about this. 3 years from now, I'm great, PJ. Appreciate you on me. Ooh. Had a little malfunction. Y'all give me a second. Just a camera. Yeah. Yeah, give me a second. My bad, y'all. I think we might be fixed now. That's my facial view. Let me see. All right, there we go. Mike McDaniel cut my feed, man. No, but okay. So let's talk about this, y'all. This is I don't know where my pen went. Babe, you got a pen? When you get a chance, you'll bring it to me, please. I don't know where my pens went. But anyway, y'all, I want y'all to look at it this way. Somebody said expect us. We back in. We back in. I ain't worrying about it. I care about this team, and that's why I always think long term. That's why I always think about long term, right? So when I hear Chris Greer say things like, yeah, it's a balance. You gotta think about the future as well, right? We're in a peculiar situation. Bring this down to me. We're in a peculiar situation now where I personally feel like all the balance went out the window. Okay? TD call up Greer. What's the solution? I'm going to talk about it, T-Rich. I'm going to talk about the solution, but I got to make sure that you see the problem first. All right? Get that boy right. Can y'all hear me? Yes or no? Okay, yeah, y'all good. The mic is good. My bad. Hold on. Let me get a pen because I want to make sure I keep track. Y'all give me one moment. I know. Hey, mama girl. All right, so now that's my water. I don't know. All right, let's keep track of this. So T-Rich said, what's the solution? Let me put that up here. What's the solution? But let's outline the problem, okay? And we need to understand the gravity of the problem. Let's think about this realistically. 3 years from now, 3 years have been completed. What players will no longer be here? I want y'all to think about that. 3 years from now is completed. What players will no longer be here? Go ahead and start listing them in the comment section. X, Ramsey, Armstead, Tyreek Hill, there's a great chance Baker won't be here, right? Any others? Mostert, let's just say RB1. Let's just say RB1, right? So won't be here in 3 years. Now, I'm not going to say Chubb. He's young enough to play with us and get a new contract. So I'm not going to say Chubb. But we'll say RB1. RB1, running back 1, okay? So I have 6 players: Xavien Howard, Ramsey, Armstead, Hill, Baker, RB1, and tight end 1, technically. Tight end 1. Okay? Now, that's 7 players. Now let's make a list of the major holes that we have right now that we still ain't filled. That we still haven't filled. Major holes. It's not at the safety position, not at the corner position. 2 linebackers, LB1, LB2. And I'm only talking starters. So I'm not even going to say running back because we already got RB1 on the needs. Okay? We're not saying quarterback. Okay? We're going to get to that in a second. Left guard, right tackle. Okay? Thank you, baby. Left guard, right tackle. Any other holes that we need to fill that aren't filled right now? I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's safe to stop right there. Linebacker 1, linebacker 2, in whatever order. Let's just say we got 3 because we have 1 now. But I don't see these guys here in 3 years, the ones around long. Okay? No, we'll have defensive end. You'll still have Jalen Phillips. You'll still have Bradley Chubb. Depth is another story. We're just talking about starters, okay? So, first of all, we got veterans that won't be here. Is 7 of them. Then we still got 4 holes. That's 11 places. Starters, by the way. Now, let's talk about one more category. Players who are currently on the roster. They will be here in 3 years, but they'll need to get paid in 3 years. They will need to get paid between today and 3 years. Let's do it. Start with the D-line. Phillips. Chubb will still be under contract, so I ain't worrying about him. See Christian Wilkins. That's the reality right now. Zeiler. Chubb will be here. That's our D-line right there, taken care of to a degree. Now, Raekwon Davis ain't getting paid by us. All right, let's go on the O-line. Connor Williams. Robert Hunt. We on the O-line right now. Connor Williams, Robert Hunt. That's it. Running back, we're going to leave that alone. We already got that in the other category. Tight end, we got in the other category. Tua. Because if he works out, he's going to need his 40, 50 million, right? Going to need to get paid. Now let's go on the defense again. We already did the D-line. We're going to skip linebackers because we already handled that. Who's here and going to need holes? So I need to back up. We need to go back to the second category of holes that we need to fill. because we don't have anybody filling those holes. That's cornerback 1. Oh, and never mind. We already got X and Ramsey. Forgive me. Who else? Holland, Jones, and let's just say Needham. Okay? Now, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 out of the 20 out of 22 positions, y'all. 20 out of 22 positions. So who are those 2 players that are locked in 3 years from now that's pretty much, oh, I didn't even put Waddle. Jeez. I didn't even put Waddle. So Waddle on there now. So the only player we got pretty much that's locked in under contract now for big money that could get an extension is Bradley Chubb. And he's the most recent. So it makes sense, right? It does make sense. It does make sense. So our entire starting roster, with the exception of Bradley Chubb, will not be under contract 3 years from now. And the problem that we have with that is this. Nobody will be on a rookie deal anymore. The luxury we've been having. None of these guys are rookies anymore. We're benefiting from Phillips, Jalen Phillips rookie deal, Christian Wilkins rookie deal, Zyler making peanuts and now he deserves real money. Connor Williams rookie deal technically. Robert Hunt rookie deal, Tua rookie deal, Holland rookie deal, Jones rookie deal, Needham making peanuts and deserve real money now, Waddle rookie deal. We're benefiting from 10 of those guys rookie deals. And these 10 guys will no longer be on rookie deals. So when it comes to being able to afford all of them, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because how you going to replace now I want y'all to think about this too. We did say 3 years, right? We did say 3 years, right? Let's just hypothetically, right? Say that you hit. Let's just hypothetically say this, right? That Chris Greer is a genius and he hits on all his first 3 round picks for the next 3 years, except this year because we only got a second and third, right? So that's 8 picks. Say he hits on all 8. Say he hits on all 8 picks. And we already know it ain't happening. If we going to be realistic, best case scenario, he hits in the next 3 years, he's going to hit on 4 great players. If we lucky. We're gone are the days where you got 3 first-round picks, 3 first-round picks, and 2 second-round picks. We don't have that luxury anymore. Matter of fact, we ain't even got a first this year. Those days are gone. And this is what I told y'all 2 years ago. I said the one issue you have with having multiple first-round picks and using them all is that too many people will need to get paid if they all work out. Too many people will all need to get paid at once to where you're not going to be able to. Now you got to go back in the draft and hopefully find a replacement with less ammunition. So now the risk of not hitting is even greater and you go back to being the early 2000s Dolphins. So I want y'all to think about this. Say you want to have a great team, right? Right now, what we need to realize as Dolphin fans, The only reason we have all the talent that we have on this roster right now, the only reason is because we have 10 players that are starters that are making peanuts. And more than that, because our left guard, no matter of fact, 10, 2 linebackers, 11, 12, a left guard is 13, and a right tackle is 14. We got 14 guys who are starting making peanuts. Now, out of those 14 guys that are starting, truth be told, 10 of them will deserve a big contract, and I'm including Tua. 10 of those guys will deserve a big contract. Do y'all think with the way our team is currently constructed that we can afford 10 guys getting a big contract? You think we can afford to take Jalen Phillips from $5 million a year to 20? You think we can afford to take Christian Wilkins? Now, we can afford some of them, but not all of them. You think we could also take Christian Wilkins from the $10 million fifth-year option right now to $20 million? You think we could take Zyler to $14 million a year? You think we can take Connor Williams to $10 million a year? You think we could take Robert Hunt to $10 million a year? Tua to $50 million a year? Holland to $20 million a year? Brandon Jones to $13 million a year? Needham to a nice $8 a year? Waddle, $25 a year? You think we can do that? Matter of fact, I want y'all to think about this. Let's play with the numbers, and I'm going to actually be generous. Jalen Phillips becomes the good defensive end that we like him to be. That could be a $20 million guy. If Ogbar getting 16 a year, Jalen Phillips a first-round pick, and you drafted him, he could easily be 20. Christian Wilkins, let's just be generous and say 15 if we lucky. Zyler, 12. Connor Williams, let's go with 8. Let's Robert Hunt, let's go with 9, right? Tua. By the time he finishes these 2 years, if he ball out, he a $50 million guy. That's going to be the new norm. Holland, 20. Brandon Jones, 13. Needham, 8. Waddle, 25. This is what these guys could get. But watch this. I'm going to add that up alone. 20 plus 7 plus 8, 17, 67 plus 20, 30, 41, 66. Do you know that those 10 players alone, all those young guys, could be $180 million against your cap in any given year? 180? 180 right now, right there. Even a few years from now, if the cap goes up, it might be 235. Let's subtract 235 from that. $55 million left. And you still ain't fill Xavien Howard's role, Jalen Ramsey's role, Teron Armstead, Tyreek Hill, Jerome Baker, a running back, and a tight end. Let's just say that you do get let's go with $55 million, right? Left over. I'm going to even be generous and just hypothetically make it $80 million left over just because I might be off. I'm just going to say we got $80 million left over. A tight end. Let's say you're lucky and you get a $5 million guy. 80 million minus 5. Say you're running back, you get a $5 million guy, you still go cheap. We left with 70 million. Say Jerome Baker, he making 13 a year. Let's just say 10 at the middle linebacker. Hold on. You pretty much got around $50 million. And how you going to replace Tyreek Hill? You can't just have Waddle by itself. Oh, wait, we're going to go in the draft and get another first round on wide receiver. Now we hoping he going to be as good as Tyreek Hill. 9.9 times out of 10, he won't be as good as Tyreek Hill because that position is so expensive. You don't want to just keep on finding guys. So your draft pick in the first round, that's $10 million. Your draft pick. So we knocked out Tyreek. Oh, your left tackle. What, you going to get a free agent or you going to go in the draft? Once again, decision to make with $40 million. Now, mind you, with all this said and done, it doesn't matter anyway. Because even when you add all these players up, we still got to sign 30 more freaking players just to fill the roster, and we ain't even got $30 million. And we ain't got a left tackle. We ain't got no corners on both sides. We ain't got a linebacker, 2 linebackers. We ain't got a left guard. We ain't got a right tackle. You can't pay everybody. That's the situation that we're in, and we're about to come into it. So whether they pay Christian Wilkins or not, Chris Greer knows better than anybody. It ain't Chris Greer already knows, man. He's going to be looked at really bad after this season. Unless we win a Super Bowl, of course. But after this season, we ain't going to be able to make all kind of transactions and moves and X, Y, and Z. And any move or transaction we do make ain't going to do nothing but make it 10 times worse for the seasons to come. Ain't going to make it no better for seasons to come. Somebody said you can find a quality wide receiver too. Where? Free agency or the draft? Because in free agency, a quality wide receiver too going for 13, 14 million now. When your starter's going for 30. And if you're talking about the draft, once again, Waddle and a quality receiver. Come on, a quality receiver is Devontae Parker. We done been there. And he was a first round pick. We done been there. TD, honest opinion, how many of our drafted starters can start on other teams? I mean, it depends on how many drafted starters we got. I mean, Baker, Phillips, Wilkins, not Zeiler. He wasn't drafted by us. Let's just say he was, because he was on a practice squad somewhere. We picked him up. Chris Connor Williams, no, you can't take credit for that. Hunt, yeah. Tua, yeah. Holland, Jones. We'll take credit for Needham, undrafted. We developed him. And Waddle. That's 10 guys that I see that are starters that we drafted. Well, technically, our right tackle is 11. Our left guard is 12. Both linebackers, 13, 14. But we already know they can't be starters, in this league. Out of all of these guys, all of them would be starters. All those other 10 would be starters. Guys who will be on the bubble is Brandon Jones and Nick Needham. That's it. Everybody else is a starter, bro. The rest of these guys are starters. Now, a lot of these guys are low-end starters compared to the league, but they're starters. Jerome Baker, man. Yeah, he'll start because linebacker is tough to find. A lot of good ones in the NFL. He would. But yeah, a lot of these guys would start. Low-end starters, but a lot of them would start on other teams in the NFL. Kohu, not yet. Probably not. Not unless they just have a deficiency and they trying them out like we did. Is Zealer with an S. Seiler. Okay. You got to help me with the rest of the word. Rest of the name, not the beginning. Zeiler, Sealer, Seiler, I don't know, whatever. Sealer. Okay. We done been through this before. Y'all corrected me. I got it right, and I'm still getting it wrong. So ain't no disrespect to him. It just is what it is. I've always been terrible with names, especially unique ones. There you have it. Right? I ain't going to pull my hair out trying to lock in getting it right. One day I will if it's worth it. But anyway, but that's the issue. So back to T Rich's question. What's the solution? There's easy solutions. Dolphin fans don't want to hear them, but they're very easy solutions. The issue with the solutions are the fact that most Dolphin fans wouldn't like them. The first solution, the first thing you got to do within the solution is recognize you can't pay everybody. You have to recognize you can't pay everybody. So when it comes to Christian Wilkins, what would happen to this defense without Christian Wilkins? That's the first question you got to ask. What would happen to this defense without Christian Wilkins? Will it fall completely off the map? Me personally, I understand the value of Christian Wilkins. He is a hustle guy. But in the general role that he plays, it would be a loss, but it would not be detrimental to the overall long-term success of this team. We're not talking Aaron Darnold here. Pick it up. You'll give it to her. I'll get her. She just playing. She good. But what can you benefit from Christian Wilkins? You can benefit by flipping him for draft assets. If you can get a first round pick and maybe a fourth, that's beautiful. And you save cap money. That's another $15 million plus that you would save. And you have draft capital now. Don't be surprised if on draft night around around the 17th to the 21st pick or somewhere in that area, you get a trade of Miami Dolphins trade Christian Wilkins, and now they're in the first round. They give up Christian Wilkins and they give up Christian Wilkins and they get a first round pick and a late round pick. Don't be surprised. You save money. And you get draft capital back to replace somebody. People got mad at me for saying the same thing about Laramie Tunsil several years ago. It was a little different, though. People actually hated me. This guy want to get rid of all the talent. This is an idiot. Want to trade Laramie Tunsil. I don't care how much they offering. And I didn't even say trade him. I just said, why would you pay a left tackle in his prime all that money while you're about to rebuild? Why would you waste 3 of his most prime years going through a rebuild? Do y'all realize if we would have did that with Laramie Tunsil and we would have kept him, we wouldn't have half of the team that we have right now, and he'd be the highest paid left tackle with a losing record? 3 years of losing. 4 years of losing. This man done made it through a full contract and just reset the market again. It's the biggest trade in Dolphin history, probably, from a beneficial standpoint. So if you could take a guy like Christian Wilkins, save $15 million, and save $10 million this year when you think about it, and you can get you a first round pick in a late rounder, like a 5th rounder, I would do it. I would do it. Number one reason I would do it, because I want to trade that pick for a next year first round pick. I need 2 first round picks going in the next year. But guess what? I ain't stopping right there. I'm trying to trade Ogba for a 5th round pick itself as well. I'm trying to trade Ogba for a 5th round pick. I'm trying to get off that $16 million. Carry it forward. And get a late round pick. That ain't it. I'm trying to trade Jerome Baker right now for a 6th round pick. But get off of that $12, $13 million. See, Ogba and Baker alone going to save me $30 million even starting this year, plus Christian Wilkins $10 million. That's $40 million, plus what he would have cost going forward. That's $40 million more dollars, plus whenever That's $40 million more dollars. Plus, when your boy Byron Jones money hit, add another 16. $56 million in the snap of a finger, getting rid of those 4 players. That won't change the overall trajectory of this team. $56 million, a first-round pick, and multiple late-round picks. And you can't tell me with that $56 million, the Dolphins can't go get Cook. They can't go get a left guard. They can't go get a right tackle. And some more linebacker help. Or if you want, go ahead and draft another defensive end to replace Ogbah. That's the winner. That's the solution. Because guess what? I'd have a Super Bowl worthy team right now, and I'd have, at least when it's all said and done, another $20 million sitting in the bank that will help me. That will help me re-sign Connor Williams. That'll help me go ahead and offer Robert Hunt an extension. And then the following year, I'll have even more cap relief. And now we could be talking to Waddle and Jalen Phillips about their extensions. And you might be able to afford a few more players. Because Brandon Cook deal probably is going to be a 2-year or something with an option of getting out after the first. Yeah. But that's and maybe Derrick Henry. Either way, I'm just saying that's the solution. But at least I ain't absolutely destroying this team's future just in case it don't work. At least I'm not absolutely destroying the team's future. Y'all give me one moment. Yeah, give me one moment. I have to take care of something very important. It's going to take me like 2 minutes. So in the meantime, real quick, y'all already know what time it is. This will probably be better. Woo. And that concludes our show for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Tomorrow morning, I will be getting up extra early to do this stream. Thank you again. I will see you all soon. Peace. I am out. Good night, baby. Let me. Can you turn your light off? It's hard for me to sleep like this.
I'm almost over this chapter. I got about 30 more minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
I can't sleep. Oh, all right.
A few moments later.
Babe, I mean, it's been 10 minutes. Can you please shut it off? I got to wake up early in the morning.
I have about 20 more minutes on this chapter. This is my only time to read.
I understand, but I have to get up early in the morning. Can you just read in the morning? I mean, I have a lot I have to do tomorrow.
Didn't you just get a sleep mask?
You know what? You right.
Use it.
Manta sleep, baby.
I don't know how you sleep with that thing on.
It's actually comfortable. pitch black, I don't have to worry about your light, I'll be able to sleep just fine.
Well, enjoy it. Looks good on you.
This actually feels good. Oh, good night, baby.
Good night, love you.
Love you too. Ladies and gentlemen, check out Manta Sleep. The link to the website is in the description of this video. Make sure that you use promo code TDPHINSTALK. That is TDPHINSTALK. Again, make sure you check them out. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. If you can't sleep when it's bright, these masks will turn out the light. Manta Sleep. Check them out. Appreciate y'all patience, guys. I'm almost done. This is a very important thing I have to submit. If y'all just give me literally, like, sorry about this, but like a few more minutes and I'm almost done, literally.
On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I am waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing.
All right, y'all. Appreciate the patience. Took care of that business real quick. Oh man. All right, so we good. LaChina James is trying. Oh Lord, here y'all go. But anywho, that's the solution, though, guys. That's the solution. That is your solution. Now, is it a foolproof solution? No, because we still got to figure out a right tackle, a left guard, some more linebackers, all that type of stuff. But this is where we are. This is where we are as a team. But the worst thing that the Dolphins can do, right, is, let's say they lock Christian Wilkins in for his extension. They give Zyler some more money, whatever it may be. And I've been asking this question for about a week now, and I just keep wondering if anybody has a good answer for it. But if our plan doesn't work, like most NFL teams' plans don't work, because when you think about it, about 28 teams every year, their plan doesn't work. Like the Eagles, their plan worked. It just didn't get the end result, but it worked. Chiefs, keep working. Bengals, it's working. It's just they got to get over the hump. You see what I mean? Every year is like 28 teams where the plan it just didn't work. Outside of the AFC and the NFC championship, your plan didn't work. Every year your plan is to build so that you can go to a Super Bowl. So the minimum expectation is getting to that championship round. Every year 28 teams plan doesn't work. So nobody has an answer for the Miami Dolphins if we're one of those 28 teams that plan didn't work. Nobody cares nothing about like this. This is the problem that we have with Dolphin fans, right? Let's say Tua stays healthy all season. He doesn't play, Mahomes-esque, but top 10 level maybe. And we finally win a playoff game and go to the second round and lose. You ain't got no flexibility next year to make major changes to make the team even better. We're just like the Buffalo Bills were the last 2 years, and I told y'all that. We're entering into our Buffalo Bills period because the Buffalo Bills failed. They failed. Their team don't get better than it did the last 2 years. It's impossible. They let people tell you they've gotten better, but no, they've lost people, key players that under the radar. They won't get any better than they did the last 2 years. Best they can do now is stay relevant, make a first or second round appearance, and keep getting bounced. Unless a major injury comes or something and it creates them a path to go further. Unless their opponent in the playoffs suffer a major injury and it creates a positive path to go forward, because sometimes you need a little luck. But from a roster standpoint, it's over for them. It's over for them. And now here we are entering that stage as well where we got to do it now or it's over. Straight up over. But I keep asking people again, if it does fail, what do we do? The way our roster is constructed, ladies and gentlemen, if the Miami Dolphins fail the next 2 years, we're already set up to be in an automatic rebuild. We would already be set up to be in an automatic rebuild. Josh McCuz said, TD, how is it over for the Bills? It's over for them, man. Teams around them are getting better that have already beat them. And they're not getting better. What are Buffalo doing? Go look at their key acquisitions and their key departures. Tell me how they've gotten better. All they've done is gotten older now. They're starting to get older. Tell me how they've gotten. See, Buffalo can stay the exact same and their team drops because what's around them is getting better. Teams that the Bengals getting better. Did you see the Bengals all season? They got even better. Oh, I forgot the Bills got Sherfield. You see what I'm talking about? So I evaluate things off of the notion that if you already losing to teams like the Bengals and the Chiefs, but they've gotten better and you stayed the same, that means you've dropped. You have Josh Allen 17, added speed on offense. You're clueless, TD. I'm clueless, but they ain't got an interior defensive lineman to save their life. I'm clueless, but they thin at the safety position. But I'm clueless. I'm clueless, but you're not paying attention to their departures and the guys that's getting older. Who gonna anchor the middle of their D line and stop the run? Let me know. Please let me know. Let's call it what it is. Even Josh Allen. Did you hear what Josh Allen said recently? I forgot the exact words. Let me try to paraphrase it because I don't remember the exact words, but I'm going to give you the gist of what he said. Something like, at some point, I have to. Yes, he said, right now, I am an athlete first and a quarterback second. At some point, I am going to have to become a quarterback first and an athlete second. Then he goes on to say, I'm getting older. I can't keep running the ball as much. These are his words. Right now, I am an athlete first, quarterback second, but I need to start to become a quarterback first and an athlete second. I'm getting older. I can't keep running the ball as much. His words. He feeling it. He knows that it takes a toll on him, taking that abuse all day, all them hits. He knows. He knows that. Somebody said Josh Allen is only 26. Do you want to see him play till he's 40 or you want to see him play till he's 35 or 33? That's the difference of the decision that he makes right now in his career. And ain't no quarterback in history has played like Josh Allen and been able to make it past 34 or 35 years old, let alone 33. Ain't no quarterback in history that sacrifices his body and run the ball the way that Josh Allen does has been able to do that. None. Big Ben stopped running. Stop that mess. Big Ben last 6 years, I don't remember him barely running. Cam Newton, how old Cam Newton now and where he at? My point exactly. Brett Favre, I give you that. But Brett Favre didn't run like it wasn't a hike the ball and run for Brett Favre. Brett Favre was just a guy that was, when the play broke down, he would take off. But Josh Allen, they got design runs for him. I get you, mama. Yeah. Because you're going to be putting those toys in your mouth and you ain't choking on my watch. Yeah. So it don't matter. Y'all can keep trying to name quarterbacks, but like I said, Aaron Rodgers don't even barely run like he used to. Let's just call it what it is. What I'm saying is a fact, okay? No quarterback has played that style of football that long. And that tells you right there, you take away Josh Allen's running ability in his legs from what he does now in the NFL, trust me, him as a quarterback, it goes down greatly. Hey, I'm going to make some of you mad right now. You take away Josh Allen's legs, you might get right back to the Daniel Jones category, which was Josh Allen his first 2 years. What makes Josh Allen is the threat with his legs. Needing a linebacker to spy so that the receivers on the outside can get one-on-ones in the middle of the field can be open. The threat of him running the ball is one of his biggest fears. Yeah, he got a cannon, but he ain't the most accurate guy in the NFL. Not even close. Not even close. Now, can he fling the rock? Yeah, he can get it down there, though. And with great receivers, you put that ball down there, they just go find it. Tyreek taught you that this year. It's that simple, man. Take away Josh Allen running the ball now, they don't even make playoffs. Y'all don't understand. Most of these games that they win, Josh Allen, he's putting in that work. Anyway, this is the reality. Appreciate you, MB41, for the donation. Let me go ahead and read it. Appreciate you donating your hard-earned money, especially since they took away the monetization from the videos. So all those who've donated recently, I appreciate y'all. Let me see. Why is my thing freezing out? All right. Dude telling on himself right now. There's plenty of game where Allen didn't run once and killed teams from the pocket. Once again, he may have not ran once and killed teams from the pocket because at the end of the day, the scheme is to sit there and spy on them. That's the point. He may have not have run once, but the defense was probably prepared for the run, which makes it easier to throw the ball. So I ain't telling on myself. And if I am, it's in a good way. Trust me, I've studied that bum. At the end of the day, Josh Allen, and again, you talk about he barely ran and all this and that. You tell me what team that was. What trash team that was. You tell me what trash team that was. Please tell me what team that was. Any good team that plays great defense, they make him run and he run. Because it's the only thing that offense be getting. So let's go to the playoffs. Pretty much guarantee he was running in those games. See, listen, man. Don't make me bring out the stats on them now. Y'all already know what time it is. Don't make me bring out the stats on them. Is Tua sealing Josh Allen? Don't disrespect Tua like that. Don't disrespect Tua like that. Hey, mama girl. Hold on. Allen set pocket and beat Packers. So what that's supposed to mean? It was the Packers. Tua was carving them up until he got crazy. So that ain't trust me, that ain't saying much. He sat in the pocket and that ain't saying much at all. The Packers, really? Yeah, mama. Give me a second. Trying to show y'all something. Dada. See, this is why people need to just stop, okay? This is why people need to stop. Look at this, y'all. Matter of fact, let me ask y'all this. To be a mobile quarterback, how many rushes per game do you think the typical rushing quarterbacks have? Tua averages about 1.8 rushes a game. To be a mobile quarterback, how many rushes per game do you think those quarterbacks typically have? You know, some games they don't run at all. Some games they run 8 times. I don't know. But how many runs per game? She's 6 months. She about to be 7 months. About to be 7 months. A rushing quarterback pretty much runs the ball about average 5+ a game. 5+ times a game. Okay. Now, people, this is what I'm talking about. Josh Allen's offense is built off of him running the ball. Watch this. All 17 games, y'all. Watch this. First game of the season, 10 rushes for 56 yards. Second game of the season versus Tennessee. And we already know what Tennessee did to them when they tried to do that the year before. So they learned from it, okay? 1 rush for 10 yards versus Tennessee. And that was Tennessee because you know they ready for Josh Allen to run that ball. And you know they going to lay that hat on him if he do. And he proved that to y'all 2 years ago. Tennessee proved that to y'all 2 years ago when they obliterated y'all. Destroyed y'all. Made Josh Allen pay for every yard he tried to get. And if you're a Bills fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why he ain't run the ball versus Tennessee. 1 rush for 10 yards. Out of here. The next game, game 3 versus Miami, you ran the ball 8 times for 47 yards. Miss me with that. Next game versus Baltimore, you ran the ball 11 times for 70 yards. Miss me with that. Next game versus Pittsburgh, 5 times for 42 yards, and the only reason it was probably 5 because it was Pittsburgh. They were probably ready for that too because that's what they do. Next game versus the Chiefs, you ran the ball 12 times for 32 yards. Get out of here. There's running backs in the league ain't getting 12 carries in a game. Anyway, let me keep going, man. Where I'm at, made me lose track. Next game versus Green Bay. Wait, didn't you say he didn't run the ball versus Green Bay? I see 6 rushes for 49 yards. Didn't somebody just say he ain't run the ball versus he didn't run the ball versus Green Bay? He just carved them up. And matter of fact, he ain't carved them up either. He was 13 of 25, which is 52% completion percentage and 218 yards, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. And you talk about carved them up, had a 75 rate. You see the people I be talking to in this comment section? They be flat out lying. Trying to make somebody wrong. I ain't had the numbers off hand, but I knew what I was talking about. He carved up the Green Bay secondary. 13 for 25, 52% completion, 218 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. And got sacked twice. And ran the ball 6 times for 49 yards. You see what I be talking about? Be flat out lying. You're wrong because he carved up the Green Bay defense and didn't have to run. I see him running and he was trash. Anyway, next game, New York Jets. Another trash game, 18 for 34, another 53% completion percentage. He had less yards of 205. He had 0 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, just a bum. And then guess how many times he ran the ball? 9 times for 86 yards. Stop telling me what I already know. Stop trying to tell me what I know. Why you stop trying to tell me, trying to change what I already know to be a fact? Man. Minnesota Vikings, 6 rushes for 84 yards. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Well, he had a field day on interceptions this year. Cleveland Browns, congratulations, only 3 rushes for 7 yards. And he only threw for 197 yards in the game. Finally, the second game of the season, he didn't run the ball more than 5 times. And here we are in week 11 or 12. Next game versus Detroit. 10 rushes for 78 yards. Don't try to tell me what I already know, man. Next game versus New England. 8 rushes for 20 yards. Now, that was a trash running performance. The very next game versus the Jets. 10 carries for 47 yards. This man is out here averaging 10 carries a game, feel like. Then against Miami, 10 carries for 77 yards. In the Chicago Bears at the end of the season, 6 carries for 41 yards. So don't tell me him running the ball ain't a part of his game. Don't tell me him running the ball ain't a part of his game. Stop it. Because guess what? That trash game he had versus Green Bay, they still won. They still won that game. That trash game he had versus Chicago, which he was trash again, they still won. And truth be told, it looked like the team around him is the ones that's make getting it done most of the time. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm with that. But the problem is the man just told you, I can't do this forever. And y'all know it. It's football. He can't run that ball like that forever. He can't run the ball like that forever. And I lied. That wasn't his last game. The New England Patriots was his last game. I didn't scroll down a little bit more. So the New England Patriots game, another 9 carries for 16 yards. They shut him down. Man had 9 carries for 16 yards. 9 times he ran the ball and only got 16 yards. And I bet you his long was 10. Miss me with that. Josh Allen ran the ball for 762 yards. 762 yards. You can't tell me that wasn't a massive part of his game. And the man only had a 63.3% completion percentage this year. Man. So y'all stop capping just to try to prove me wrong. And I knew something was off. You know, well, he called Green Bay. And I said, let me pull up the receipts. I know this bum better than anybody. Something ain't adding up. I got to stop taking some of y'all word for it. I know this bum better than anybody. And last year, he was a bum. He was a bum. He a good bum, but he a bum. I'm sorry. Let's just be honest. Bills had no run game. You're really clueless. Okay, they ain't had no run game. He ran the ball. Why are you discounting the subject that we're talking about? Why are you discounting the subject that we're talking about here? It don't matter that they don't have no run game. He was just, all I did is, why y'all getting mad at me for repeating what Josh Allen said himself? The man said it out of his own mouth. I can't do this forever. I can't be an athlete first and a quarterback second. I need to be a quarterback first and an athlete second. All he was telling you is I can't keep running this ball like this. I can't keep on getting 162. Man, I can't get all these carries in a season. Let me see, how many did he get? I can't keep getting 125 carries in a season. I can't keep doing that. That's a lot. And that's a lot of hits I'm taking too. A lot of hits I'm taking. And that ain't even including just the wear and tear in the backfield for sacks. And what I'm telling you is if he transformed from that athlete to that pocket quarterback because he want to protect himself, his game will go down a little, his impact, because that team needs him running the ball more than anything. Just like the Ravens be need Lamar to do it all. But if he decides that he want to protect himself and just be a passer, he ain't the same quarterback. He might even improve his passing yards, but he ain't as effective. Y'all don't understand how effective Josh Allen be on a 2nd and 8 when he pick up the first down with his legs. 2nd and freaking 8, hike the ball and he take off and bowling pin 3 people for the first down. You know how demoralizing that is for a defense? That's what he creates. But he ain't going to be able to do that forever. And he ain't going to be the same player when he can't do that. He ain't going to be as explosive. Y'all going to punt that ball just a little bit more than you usually do. A little bit more than you usually do. That's the reality. But don't worry, you'll find out. Time always tells. You better read it. Time always tells. Always. Yeah, you talking to him, tell him. Say, Josh Allen a bum. Josh Allen a bum. Yeah, he's a bum. You get your hand out their mouth. You get your hand out their mouth. Give me my finger. Yeah, man. You teething. You got them teeth ready to come. Say dada. Yeah. You're bouncing everywhere, huh? Don't be sticking your tongue out at me. Ooh. Time always tells, man. Dada. Don't say dada. You're gonna make mommy jealous. You're gonna make mommy jealous. Okay? You're gonna make that mommy jealous, okay? All right, Josh Allen overraged. Listen, man, I done been honest about Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a good quarterback, but he overrated, in my opinion, the way people make it seem. He's overrated. It is what it is. He's overrated. 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 I mean, do y'all remember him in the playoffs? Remember when he played the Dolphins this year in the playoffs? The man had 59% completion percentage, and he threw 2 picks in a playoff game against the Dolphins. He was sacked 7 times. Then he went to Cincinnati. He had another 59% completion, another sub 60%. Had 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. Ran the ball 8 times for only 26 yards. I'll go back and find the super chat, bro. Said Dayball is a villain. Got Tua drafted 5th. Got Allen paid. And D. Jones paid. He fools everyone every time. Can't debate that. I'm gonna leave it alone, though. I'm gonna leave it alone. But y'all tell me in the comment section. Am I wrong about this? I tell them every year, Josh Allen is the one that's going to get you to the playoffs, but he also the reason you lose every year. Josh Allen ain't the reason we lost. The man had 59% completion versus the Bengals. 0 touchdowns and 1 interception. A 68 rating. Ran the ball 8 times and only got 26 yards. The man had 0 touchdowns throwing the ball, y'all. Come on. Now, I understand he ran a touchdown in. Garbage. Come on, man. He didn't show up in that game. He was trash in that game. He overthrew people, all of that. Man had a 68 rating. Y'all know it's true, but that's fine. They're going to find. That's why I don't mind Josh Allen in Buffalo. Everybody fear him, but at the end of the day, he's going to be the reason they don't win the Super Bowl, and they're going to be dealing with him for the next 10 years because they're going to keep on being delusional about him. The whole team didn't show up. Can't deny that too, MB41, but guess what? It's one guy that got to show up. The whole team ain't show up, but it's one man who getting paid to show up and he didn't. It's one man that make more money than anybody on the team and he ain't show up. So you can keep on trying to spread the blame and take it away from Josh Allen, but he's your leader. He's your quarterback. He makes the most money on the team, and the guy you need to show up the most didn't. Josh Allen. Josh Allen. Only QB more overrated than Allen is Tua. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Tua had a better season than Josh Allen. Tua had a better season than Josh Allen. When you really, I mean, other than health, he had a better season than Josh Allen. I know that can be debated, but just the fact that it can be debated, he had a better season than Josh Allen. Every bum game I can pull you a Tua, I just scroll up and show you a bum game from Josh Allen. A bum game from Josh Allen. Exhibit 1, New York Jets. 53% completion, 205 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Trash. 46.8 rating. Pure trash. Exhibit 2, Baltimore. 53% completion, 213 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. 68.4 rating. Trash. Straight garbage. Chicago. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 71 rating. Garbage. Garbage. Come on, man. Let me pull this back up. Why are you slowing down on me? Every time I'm cooking, my system start messing up. Oh, bum. Bills lost 3 games. Thanks to that defense. Thanks to the defense. Not him. Thanks to the defense. Dude literally isn't adding any context to these games. Straight nitpicking. Man, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Ain't no context to add other than Josh Allen trash. Bum. Ain't Josh Allen trash. Ain't Josh Allen trash. She's spoken. She say he a bum, he a bum. Get over it. Yeah. Yeah. All right, man. It is what it is. I ain't gonna pick on the bum no more. I'm gonna leave him alone. Oh, it's okay, mama girl. Man struggled against the Miami Dolphins with the 7th round rookie at quarterback and barely won. And the Dolphins killed themselves. This man got picked off twice in a wild card weekend versus a depleted secondary. Completed 59% of his passes. Got sacked 7 times. Oh, my gosh. Come on, man. Context. And you lucky we were 0 blitzing the way that we was. It's the only time y'all scored every time. Hail Marys. Hail Marys. Wasn't even good passes. Matter of fact, he missed 2 touchdowns because it's terrible throwing. All right, enough about Josh Allen. I'm sorry. He just overrated and people think he actually a good quarterback. I don't know why. It is what it is. All right, one of those picks bounced off Cole Beasley's chest. Context doesn't exist for this man. LOL. We'll throw a better ball where it ain't got to bounce off his chest. How about that? Let me see. Number 8, number 1 in interceptions. Yeah, Josh Allen gonna always give you a dumb pick. That's what he do. He gonna always find a way to give you a dumb pick. Sometimes you just shake your head like, why did he throw that? He'll throw a pick on a run play. That's Josh Allen for you. It's inevitable. Somebody said TD in midseason divisional game mode today. Man, I just can't stand that bum. And people praise him. Oh, Josh Allen, as long as you got that guy, you're always in it. Man, this man has had some of the most. Man, I'm telling y'all now, if Tua would have did some of the things this man did, I would have been lost it. I can't believe, like, y'all are so non-critical of Josh Allen. Like, he can't do no wrong, and there is an excuse for everything he does. Like, he just don't make no stupid decisions. I know it. That bum think he good. I know. Why can't the Bills win a Super Bowl? Because of Josh Allen? They should, and let's be honest, they should already had one. But he show up small every time. Every time. Man can't even call a coin flip right. He lost y'all that game. Talk about heads. Who called heads on a coin flip? Man can't even call the coin flip right. He lost y'all that Super Bowl. Y'all would have been to the Super Bowl. All he had to do was call a coin flip right. They wasn't going to stop nobody from scoring. So he lost y'all that Super Bowl. The chance to go. Yeah, I know it. Well, get the hand out the mouth. Get the hand out the mouth. Give me my finger. Woo, you just live today, ain't you? Bouncing. All right. You ready to go on your walk? She ready to go on her walk outside. All right, we're going to go now, okay? Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Tell everybody bye-bye. No. You can't eat everything. TD tripping, coin toss. Doggone right. He called it. Let me ask you a question. If they would have won the coin toss, would Buffalo have won that game? My point exactly. I ain't tripping. He lost that game by calling the wrong coin toss. You know it's true. Woo. Everybody knew whoever win this coin toss winning the game. Everybody knew that. And he had to call. One way or another, that bummer always let you down. Yeah, I know. Take it easy on him. Take it easy on Josh Allen. Take it easy on the mama. Am I going too hard on that bum? Huh? Is that what it is? Huh? You don't know. He just so bad. He's just a bum, mommy girl. Okay? He no good. He not a good quarterback, and people think that he is. Daddy just trying to show them the light. Okay? I just tried to show them the light. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's tough. Raise your child in the way they should go. Let's go, Dolphins. Bloom, 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 bloom. Let's go, Dolphins. Do. All right, man. This TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I'm about to get out of here, man. Just wanted to get them trash Bills fans a little taste of what time it is. The Dolphins going to run this division. Buffalo Bills ain't nothing, in the quarterback trash, overrated, with and without context. Take that. I'll see y'all later. Peace. I am out. Let's go on our walk, mama girl. Okay? Let's go on our walk. Oh, I thought I ended it. Let me hit the right button.